Well, it is a welcome to the Isle of Wight for this Travel Plus National Trophy encounter between the Wight Warriors and the Kings of Kent. Well, the Kent Kings have started the season in superb style. Wins at Eastbourne, Rye House and Mildenhall. And hopefully, as far as they're concerned, a win here on the island tonight will make it a perfect start to their season. The Wight Warriors, well, it's the first time for over 3 years they have had a team to support here on the island. They've had a couple of away matches, not too successful at Mildenhall, but they come here today knowing that a win here would really set the footings out very nicely. And with the two teams coming onto the pitch, time to go down to Chris Popple for the introductions.
Ladies and gents, boys and girls, make some noise for the Kent Kings, our visitors tonight at the newly named Andrew Uni Stadium. Let's get some kids down the front to welcome the teams as they come through. That's the way, nice fist bump for the teams. Here we go, here's the Warriors then. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome your Warriors on to the track. So let's get the show on the road. We're going to introduce your teams to you tonight. Rider by rider, counting down 7 to number 1. We're going to do the visitors first, the Kent Kings. Ladies and gents, make loads of noise for Jack Thomas, riding number 7. Say hi, riding number 6, Danno Verge. Rider number 5, James Shanes. Rider number 4, David Mason is not here tonight, so the guys are taking rider replacement. Rider replacement for David Mason, who's fallen ill. So we're on then to number 3, make loads of noise for Danny Ayers. Riding number 2 for the Kent Kings, Luke Clifton. And riding at number 1, the skipper for the Kent Kings, Luke Bowen. So we're going to meet and greet your home team tonight as well. Ladies and gents, I present to you the Wight Warriors. Make some noise at number 7, Tyler Govier. Riding number 6, Matt Saul. Riding at number 5, it's the skipper, it's James Cockle, the Don. Riding number 4, Mark Baseby. Number 3, Lee Smarts. Number 2, Kelsey Dugard. And number 1 is Leon Carr, guesting for us tonight. Leon Carr guesting in the place of injured Benji Compton then. Leon Carr guests for us tonight. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, that's your 1 to 7, your 7 to 1, both teams. We're going to do the coin toss for you then now for your gate positions. I've got a little guest on track. Well, let's see who we got. Who's this, James? James, high in the air. Let's see how we go. Who's going to call? High in the air.
Throw it up in the air as high as you can go.
Oh, good lad. Awaiting calls, tails, and it's heads. James Cockle. James, just come and let us know what you're choosing, mate.
Picking 15, mate.
Picking heat 15. So you're going to pick the game position. So
1 and 3, yeah.
1 and 3. The Kent Kings go for 1 and 3 in heat number 1. And the Wight Warriors skipper, James Cockle, defers his decision to heat 15, where he'll pick the gates track.
Hi, yeah, we're here on the Wight Warriors Speedway Stadium. We're going to talk to Liam Carr, who's stepping in for Benji Compton tonight due to injury from Milton Hall on Sunday. So Liam, welcome along to the Wight Warriors Stadium. Are you looking forward to tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I've driven a long way to be here, so hopefully we'll have a good meeting. Everyone gets home safe, and most of all, Ireland wins.
Yeah, what you will find is the Wight Warriors team is phenomenal in team spirit, so you should get a lot of help, and hopefully you'll be flying and give them some good pointers as well.
Yeah, hopefully I can give back what they've all gave me coming here today. I mean, it's my first visit here, so it's a big track, a bit like my home track at Berwick, so hopefully a really nice meeting and it can be good fun.
And just to touch on your own speedway, how's your season going so far from the start?
Yeah, really good. Really enjoying myself up at Berwick. The rest of the team's really pulling me along very well, so that's definitely good. And Coventry's been a fairly slow start. We've only had one meeting so far, so hopefully that'll get kicking off soon and we can get some more riding, and more riding the better.
Okay, well, let's score some points tonight, win the meeting, and get rider of the night. Let's hope that. Okay.
Yeah, that's the plan anyway. Cheers.
So it's been 3 long years since we've seen some team action involving a team from the Isle of Wight here on the island, and the opening heat sponsored by Jason Waring, riding in the red helmet Liam Carr, and next to him will be Luke Bowen in the white helmet for the visitors, in the blue helmet Kelsey Dugard, and in yellow Luke Clifton. So the riders being called to the line. This is what we've been looking forward to for so long. So here we go then, the bikes are revving away, green light goes, the tapes go, the riders going into the first turn. It's a super start from Bowen. Bowen it is in front, coming through in the second place here it is Liam Carr. Third place at the moment it is Kelsey Dugard. The dust is flying here on the island, but the fans won't mind that one little bit. So Bowen it is in front, second place still Carr. Third place there in the dust it is Kelsey Dugard. Dugard of course rode for Eastbourne in a very successful season last year, but couldn't get into the team down at Arlington this year. Luke Bowen of course signed from the Rye House Rockets, who he's been with for so many years. Comes from Harlow in Essex and he's out in front here, leading the way. Looking very, very fast as well. He's on the final lap. Long way in front. Still Carr in second place, the guest rider for the injured Benji Compton. Still Dugard in third place, and at the back it is Luke Clifton. But Bowen it is who takes a checkered flag here in heat number 1 for the visitors from Kent. Second place there goes to Carr. Third place goes to the rider in blue, which is Dugard. At the back it is Clifton. So 3 points to the Warriors, 3 points to the Kings in heat number 1. There's confirmation, a time of 71.7 seconds. Well, exciting speedway there to start with, but it was Bowen who really flew from the gate, living up to his name of 747. He really got a fast takeoff there. So he returns to the pits victorious. He'll be happy with that. And well, the track obviously very, very dusty in that opening heat, so the water grader coming round here to try and keep it down. And well, the riders now on the circuit for heat number 2, and riding in the blue helmet there it is Tyler Govier, sponsored by the speedwayportal.com. This heat, Danno Verge is in the white helmet for the Kings. Jack Thomas, keep an eye on him, we saw him ride at Rye House in terrific form. And Matt Saul is the rider in the red helmet. So the Kings will fancy their chances here in this one. Verge has been in pretty good form, but his first time round the island. Interesting to see how he goes. This track, the biggest one in the UK. So here we go, starting marshal calling them into line. Pretty good crowd here, quite a few have come from the east of England. And away they go. The charge for the first turn, it is Verge who's got away. Good start for Verge. Second place in the red helmet there. Briefly is Matt Saul, but coming round to join his partner up front, it is Jack Thomas. Thomas, who come through the British youth system, is out in front. Verge in second place, and Verge coming under pressure from the rider in blue, who goes down on the first turn there. So Govier a faller, his bike is under the fence there. But the Kings are well out in front on this one. The red light comes on. The referee calling a halt to proceedings here in this one. Dale Robinson, let's have a look at it here as they go in the corner. Govier grabs a handful there and the back wheel goes, and down he goes and slides into the new air fence, something very new for Island Speedway.
Tyler Govier having problems there, trying to get his bike up.
But he is
to get off the track.
excluded.
He's excluded.
And that means we will have a restart with 3 riders only. So Tyler will have to sit and watch the restart of this one. The Kent Kings, who made such a good start there, with Danno Verge leaping from the start and followed very nicely from Jack Thomas. So we're waiting for the restart of heat number 2. Confirmation of the 3 remaining riders. Tyler Govier is excluded. So 2 Kent Kings, Jack Thomas and Danno Verge take on Matt Saul. Saul on the inside, surprise signing by the Warriors. Formerly, of course, the Islanders, and if you go back far enough, with a good memory, you go back as far as the Wizards, which is the league where they all started, well, way back in 1996. So here we go then, the riders coming to the line for a restart of heat number 2. Starting marshal, well, I thought he was going to do a dive there, and away they go. And again, Verge very quick from the start. So Virgin is in front and Thomas coming round to join him. So it's as you were, Thomas takes over the lead. Virgin second place, Saul back there in third place. Once again the dust flying here on the island. Saul coming round the outside of Verge there very nicely. Takes up second place. Goes awfully wide up there on that turn. Verge will come back at him on the inside here. But it is Saul in second place. Verge holding the line very nicely here. But Thomas it is out in front. Saul goes wide as Verge comes back through into second place. And here comes Saul again, diving up the inside. Some Super Speedway in heat number 2. Saul goes wide, and once again Danno Verge goes right through the gap. So round the bottom turn, Saul coming back at Danno Verge. This is where the race is, no doubt about it. Round the first and second turn, Thomas way out in front. Saul again trying to get round the outside of Verge to go down the back straight for the final time here in heat number 2. And Saul will go up the bank and he will try and wind it on. He's going to make it, or is he? Verge on the inside. It's tight there, but Verge hangs on to second place. It is a 5-1 to the Kent Kings. No doubt about the winner. That was Jack Thomas. But second place in an exciting tussle goes to Danno Verge. And Matt Saul there lost his chain guard. He'll go back to the pits, having worked very, very hard just for a solitary point. But it's 1 point to the Warriors, it's 5 to the Kings, and that means the Islanders, or the Isle of Wight I should say, have 4 points, and the Kent Kings have 8. 73.9 the winning time for Jack Thomas, but he won't mind too much about that one. So still coming round for laps of honour here at the island in heat number 2. Certainly the dust is a bit of an issue here in this meeting so far. I'm sure Dale Robinson, vastly experienced referee, will be having something to say about that. Of course, there is another link with Kent and the island, because Chris Hunt of course, was the man in charge of the Islanders when they sadly closed 3 years ago. So here we go, moving on to heat number 3, sponsored by the Covec Garage. And riding in red, it is Lee Smart, been out the sport for quite a while. Mark Baseby, a guy from Maidstone in Kent, is the rider in blue. In the white helmet, Danny Ayers, who rides for the Glasgow Tigers in the Premier League of Speedway, and the rider replacement ride out for a second ride in a row, that is Danno Verge in the yellow helmet. That is how they line up then for heat number 3. 3 of 15. So Ayers on the inside will certainly start this one as favourite, but Smart, interesting to see if he's race rusty. Here we go, heat number 3. And away they go, and here's the start, so it is race on. Look at this here, it is Smart in front, and his partner in blue is Mark Baseby in second place. But Baseby used to the big tracks, he loves it down here. We've seen him here before, rode for the Coventry Storm last year. So come here on a snip, but it is in third place. He's got some work to do here, and he almost overcooked it there. So down the back straight, out in front, in that red helmet, Lee Smart, looking like he's never been off a motorcycle. Second place it is Baseby, third place it is Ayers. At the back it is Danno Verge. Ayers trying to get round the outside of Baseby as they go down the back straight here on this big sweeping track here on the island. Just outside ride. Smart in front, still Baseby hanging on to second place. Ayers in third place. Quite a surprise this one here. Warriors on a 5-1. But there is Smart, there is Baseby, and there is the checkered flag. 5 to the Islanders, 1 to the Kings of Kent. I've said it again, it's 5 of course to the Warriors, 1 to the Kent Kings. And that means after 3 heats, the Isle of Wight have 9 points, and the Kent Kings also have 9 points. 72.5, the winning time, not the fastest of the evening. That was in heat number 1. But Lee Smart won't worry about the times. All he's worried about is seeing that checkered flag in first place. Super stuff here from the Warriors. So we move on then to heat number 4, and riding in red it is James Cockle, the skipper of the Warriors, rode for Kings Lynn. He's also ridden for Glasgow and Ryehouse in days gone by, but he's here on the island. His partner in blue, Tyler Govier, who was a faller first time out. In the white helmet, the spectacular James Shanes, and in yellow-black with a first time out, that is Jack Thomas. That's how they line up then for heat number 4. Thomas, who was very impressive first time out, he goes off of that inside gate. Govier there on gate number 2, Shanes on gate number 3. Nice experienced grass track rider, keep an eye on him, spectacular as they come. As they go into the first turn, it is Shanes who's gone in front. Cockle there in second place. Govier it is in third place. At the back it is Thomas. But leading the way, let's go round the bottom turn, up the banking, and looking extremely fast, it is James Shanes. Leading the way, second place there, it is still Cockle. Govier doing well in third place. Thomas tailed off at the back this time. So as it sits at the moment, the teams would remain level, but Shanes, look at this here, spectacular style. Certainly the find of the year for Kent last year. Very, very popular over there at the Central Park. He's a mile out in front. You can see why he's so popular. Still in second place there, Cockle, the skipper, and he's a long, long way behind. Can't even see. You can't blame his dust, because he can't see his dust because he's so clear. Still Govier there in third place. At the back it's Thomas, but this is spectacular James Shanes who's going to win heat number 4. There he goes over the line. Here comes Cockle in second place, Govier in third place. 3 points to the Warriors, 3 points to the Kings. 4 heats on the board. We are still level. It's 12 points to the Island and 12 points to Kent. Well, There you go, 69.7, by far the fastest race of the evening. Team manager Neil Vatcher, I'm sure he'll be happy with that. The Warriors, of course, took quite a plummeting up at Mildenhall, and they will want to wipe that one off their memories very, very quickly. But of course, they haven't had much racing lately.
So far, 69.7. 69.7. Second in Cockle.
In this week's product spotlight, I'm talking about a product that can actually save your hide. These are my brand new Bullet jeans, and they're made with a special material called Covec that's stronger than leather. So I was looking around for some information. I found a little short clip. Check it out. Now you can see how a video like that would grab someone's attention, so I went to bull-it.com and got a pair for myself. A box showed up on Friday and I went out for a ride on Sunday where I wore them all day long. They never got hot. I could feel the protective Covec as it ran all the way down past my knee, which gave me the peace of mind that if something happened, I'd be protected. After the ride was over, I didn't want to change out of them. They're that comfortable, and this new Covec material is new and improved over any other protective fabric-like material on the market today. Covec is resistant to chemicals like grease, oil, gasoline, and alcohol for those drag bikes. It's tough enough to protect from cuts, abrasions, even reduces your chance of getting burned. This Covec SR6 is a unique laminate construction and its high-performance knitted textile yarn that offers unrivaled high-speed abrasion resistance. SR stands for slide rating. Leather pants score an SR 4.6, where these Bullet jeans score a 6. These jeans have the highest reported score seen in the most aggressive abrasion test that is currently available for CE testing. I've worn riding jeans that feel like I've strapped a piece of cardboard to my leg, but these Bullet jeans are nothing like that. I think the price is right, just under $200, and reports have shown that Bullet jeans can be just as strong as leather, but you get more comfort and more money in your pocket. Now this is my new favorite piece of riding gear, so you're going to see more of these around here at Next Moto Champion. But don't take my word for it. I've got a list here of a couple places that you can walk in and pick these up. Moto Liberty in Dallas, Lifestyle Cycles in Anaheim, Fun Bike Center in San Diego, Wide World Power Sports in New Jersey, Eurosport in Cooperstown, Pennsylvania, and don't forget about Coleman Power Sports in DC. That's this week's Product Spotlight.
So we move on then to heat number 5. Lee Smart, winner first time out, rides in the red helmet for the Warriors. His partner in blue is Mark Baseby, who partnered him home for that 5-1. In the white helmet, Luke Bowen, winner of the opening heat for the Kent Kings, and his partner in yellow is a veteran, Luke Clifton, who failed to score in his opening ride. So here we go then, the riders on the circuit for the 5th race. The score so far, the Warriors have 12, the Kent Kings have 12. Starting marshal gives the signal to the referee to release the tapes, and away they go. And the charge for the first turn, and it's Bowen from the outside who's made the start. Bowen in front there, Smart in second place, Baseby in third place. Clifton is at the back, but Luke Bowen, another jet-propelled start from the outside, leads away. Baseby comes round the outside to take up the chase in second place. Third place it is Lee Smart, but it is Luke Bowen leading the way. Smart going wide and he's gone down, he's in trouble there. Smart faller, and will he get up there? Well, it looks like he's struggling to get back to his feet. His legs are under the bike now. The track staff are on, the red lights are on, the race has been stopped. But for Lee Smart, his race is over. So we will have a restart, but it will be with 3 riders only. You see Smart comes into the corner there and he straightens up. And you can see there, it's time to bail out. The track very, very thin on the inside. The dirt is on the outside. The back wheel is gone. Lee Smart is gone. And the referee has excluded him. So there will be a restart with 3 riders. But it will be out without this rider in the red helmet, Lee Smart. So once again, Kent Kings come to the circuit with 2 riders on track against one of the Isle of Wight. And that is the rider in blue there. Gets a second bite of the cherry. That is Mark Baseby. Luke Bowen will have to do it again from the outside, and Luke Clifton, as long as he finishes, will pick up a point, and he will be in the yellow helmet on gate number 2. So the starting marshal once again calling the riders to the line here. A chance for Kent to get their noses back in front, but I'm sure Mark Baseby will have ideas of his own. Green lights on, and away they go. The charge for the first turn. It is Bowen who goes in front. Bowen in front, Baseby in second place, Clifton in third place. The dust flying once again here. Let's go round the bottom turn. Bowen is leading the way. He's the winner of the opening heat. It looks like he's going to win this one, although Baseby's got ideas of his own to come round the first and second turn. Baseby not that far behind. One thing that you can be sure of is as this Isle of Wight team get used to their circuit, they will build up a home advantage. Baseby getting very close to Bowen here has come round on lap number 3 here. Bowen out in front, Baseby chasing hard in second place, lost a bit of ground there. Down the back straight, round the bottom turn. It's Bowen in front, Baseby in second place. You like them all, 7.47 on the last lap here. Still Baseby chasing hard in second place there. He's not that far behind, but he's not close enough to make a challenge. Go round the banking on the final 2 turns and head for the checkered flag. It's 2 out of 2 for Bowen. Baseby beaten for the first time. He has to settle for second place. Third place there goes to Luke Clifton. It's 2 points for the Warriors. It's 4 points for the Kings. And the visitors get their noses back in front there. It is 14 points to 16 in favour of the people from Central Park. Of course, run by Len Silver, who was with Luke Bowen all those years up at the Hoddesdon Raceway Rye House. New owners up there in Hertfordshire. But Luke dropping down to the National League. It looks like he's going to be a big star. We're moving on then to heat number 6, and it is Liam Carr riding in red, Kelsey Dugard in blue, James Shane, super win for him first time out. He's in the white helmet, and Danno Verge makes his 3rd appearance on track. He is in yellow. That's how they line up then for heat number 6. Great to see all the heats sponsored. Really have worked very, very hard with sponsorship here on the island in this project to get speedway racing back. And of course, the biggest one, never to forget, is Wightlink Ferries. We really do put a lot of effort in to keep the sport alive here. So here we go then, we're moving on to the 6th race. 14-16 the points in favour of the visitors. James has got to do it off the inside this time. And away they go. The chance for the first turn, and it's a good start there for the rider in red, Liam Carr. Problems at the back for Danno Verge, who's gone down in the dust there. And, well, he signals, can he get his bike up? It doesn't look like he can. It's trapped under the air fence there, and he has just about got it up. Is he going to get it off the circuit in time? No, he's not. The red lights have come on. Well, very unfortunate there for the home side, because they were on a 5-1 with Dugard and Carr out in front. James Shanes there was in 3rd place. Look at this here as Verge gets into trouble. And he gets into the loose stuff on the outside and down he goes. And you can see there quite clearly it is Dugard and Carr who were in front at the time. But we'll have a restart. It will have 3 riders only. This time it will be the Warriors who will have 2 riders on track and the Kent Kings with just 1. So Danno Verge there, moving his bike from the circuit. The remaining 3 riders are back at the line to get this one underway. Confirmation of the lineup. Shane's on the inside. He will certainly get a second bite of the cherry, and I think he will jump at that. Liam Carr there on gate number 2 made a super start last time. Kelsey Dugard on the outside. So here we go then, the starting marshal calling them into line. It's Shane's who is holding back at the moment. Reasonable crowd here tonight for this, the first team match in this National Trophy encounter. Teams will meet, of course, in the Knockout Cup as well. So here we go, away to go. And it is Carr who's made a tremendous start there. Carr in front and Dugard's gone with him. Shane's back in 3rd place. And once again the Warriors on a 5-1. Shane's trying to find a way up the inside of Carr and he's found a way through there, but it's Dugard in front. Round the bottom turn, or the top turn I should say, Dugard leading the way. Shane's goes way out wide here. Go down the back straight. And Kelsey Dugard leading the way here. Shane's will chase him for all 4 laps, you can be sure of that. Goes right out wide there, trying to find a line in the dirt. The track has moved out. Dugard looks over his shoulder. Let's go down the back straight. Dugard on the inside. It's Shane's on the outside. But it is the youngster from Kent who's powered around the outside. Super stuff. So they're on the last lap. Shane's in front, Dugard in 2nd place. And, well, the pocket-sized missile from Kent took the opportunity when it was there. Got right out in the dirt. He powered around the outside. He's got on to victory here in heat number 6. He keeps the Kent Kings in front with that super win there. 2nd place goes to Kelsey Dugard and 3rd place goes to Liam Carr. So it is 3 points to the Warriors, 3 points to the Kent Kings, but still 2 points separating the sides. 17 points to 19, the scores in favour of the visitors. But Shane's getting his 2nd win of the night. You see what it meant to him there? He enjoyed that one. And rightly so, super stuff. So Shane's coming round to the applause, waves to the camera, he knows where we're sitting. So the riders will be shortly out on the circuit for heat number 7. Interesting one, this one sponsored by the Kevin Shepherd regarding his mum, who was such an influential figure here on the island. Let's have a look at the lineup then. It's James Cockle in red, Matt Saul in blue, Danny Ayers in the white helmet, and Jack Thomas takes the rider replacement ride in the yellow helmet. So Thomas this time will go from that outside gate. Danny Ayers beaten on the wrong end of a 5-1 first time out. He will go off of gate number 2. It's Cockle on the inside and Saul, his teammate there in the blue helmet. He looked promising first time out despite conceding a 5-1. So here we go then, heat number 7. Green lights on. Oh, movement there from Ayers, and as the referee let it go, it looks like he has. No, he hasn't. The red lights have now come on. He let them sort themselves out to judge where they were on the circuit, and you can quite clearly see Ayers moving there, but he didn't touch the tapes, but it was very, very close. So here we go for the restart then of heat number 7. Ayers a bit of a lucky boy to get away with that one. So here we go. Starting marshal gives the signal, and away they go. Charge for the first and it is Cockle who's made a tremendous start there. Cockle in front, Thomas trying the outside run here. He's got the run and he's got the lead. That is a super pass from the youngster. Cockle on the inside, 3 of them here, all side by side, and here comes Ayers around the outside of Cockle as well. And it is the Kent Kings carving them up. Jack Thomas in front, Danny Ayers in second place, Cockle back in third place, and the rider in blue, Matt Saul, a long way behind in the dust, but it's Kent 1 and 2. Round the first and second turn, and Jack Thomas, what a terrific first and second turn that was from him. Ayers come through to follow him. He will sit behind the youngster and guide him home here, and the Kent fans who are on the terracing will be enjoying this one. Cockle back in third place. Made such a fast start, but he couldn't hold these 2 tearaways behind him. Yeah, round the bottom turn, Thomas lurking classy. You forget he's only a youngster, but he's won that one. Second place goes to Danny Ayers. He will be enjoying that one there. 5 points to the Kent Kings, 1 to the Wight Warriors. And that means the scores are now 18 points to the Island and 24 points to Kent. Well, they're getting things going here nicely, aren't they? They're opening up these lead as it moves along. 6 points now, the difference. Going to be tough for the Isle of Wight to pull this back, because Kent have unbeaten this season. They've had wins at Eastbourne, home and away in a challenge against the local rivals. They've won at Rye House, they have won at Mildenhall, and they find themselves in front here on the Isle of Wight by 6 points after the opening 7 heats. Well, the dirt being pulled in before the riders come to the line for heat number 8. No time for rest for the promotion here, is there? That's for sure. So the starting marshal calling them into line at the blue helmet there. It is Tyler Govier there on the inside. In the white helmet, it is Luke Clifton. He will go off of gate number 4. His partner in yellow is Jack Thomas, who's already had 2 race wins, won the last one in Super Style. He's on gate number 2, and Kelsey Dugard looked impressive last time out. He's in the red helmet on gate number 3. Carr sponsoring this one here. As I say, it really is important that every race is sponsored here. The stadium is sponsored, the track is sponsored. It's a fantastic achievement to get racing back here on the Isle of Wight. Here we go, and away they go, and the charge for the first turn, and it is Dugard who's made the drop there from gate number 3. Dugard in front, Thomas in second place, third place there. It is Clifton at the back, it is Govier, but it is Dugard leading the way here for the Warriors. Spectacular style as he comes down that home straight. Still Thomas in second place. Third place at the moment Clifton, so it will be a shared heat. The riders well spread out in this one. The dust flying once again. And so is Kelsey Dugard. Well, Thomas is going to need a good rest after this evening, that's for sure. Already his 4th visit to the track. We're only on heat number 8. So Dugard it is leading the way. Spectacular style. Comes from a dynasty of racing family down there in Arlington. He's a long way in front. He's round the bottom turn and heads for the checkered flag. Dugard wins it, punches the air as he goes over the line. He enjoyed that one. Second place there goes to Jack Thomas. Third place goes to Luke Clifton. It's 3 points to the Warriors, 3 points to the Kings. Still 7 points separating the sides though. It's 21 points to the Isle of Wight and 27 to Kent. 71.3 the winning time there for Kelsey Dugard. It's confirmation of the scorecard. And that's the lineup for Kent.
Yes, only the second heat winner of the match so far. That's coming from Kelsey in a time of
And Kelsey there trying to lift up the crowd. He certainly enjoyed that one. And it was a pillar-to-post win for the youngster.
We have with us our meeting sponsor, Keith Bloxsome from Covec, who also do the Bullet jeans, which are protective wear for all types of motorcycling. So, Keith, can you tell us a little bit more about your company Covec and especially the Bullet jeans?
Covec's a technical textile. We use it in high-performance clothing for motorcycle road use, but we also use it now in motorcycle track use.
Right, and it's very hard wearing, is it?
Simple analogy, it's stronger than leather. So we've got the highest level CE pass test for motorcycle clothing in the world.
And I know you're based in Hampshire, just off the M27, but you deal worldwide?
We export to 25 countries around the world. We're on every continent, and possibly we are the biggest brand of motorcycle jeans in the world.
Fantastic. So that's Bullet Jeans Covec. But also, I read in the program tonight that you're an ex-rider back in the 80s. So you've obviously got a passion for the speedway sport and so on. So can you just tell us a little brief history about how you got into speedway?
Like most kids, grass track. Started as a teenager in grass track and rode for Newcastle, Kings Lynn. It's the same track, same tread that they walk today. So it's great to see the sport back in the Isle of Wight. It's really good. It's really good that Barry and the team here have stuck their neck out and made a big effort to get Speedway back on the island. And as we're a Hampshire-based company, it makes perfect sense that we come and support the club.
Great. And I see also you've got your nice air fence banner up there, which hasn't got any shale on it tonight. So you're really getting involved with the Warriors this year.
We are. It's early days. We've got to do everything we can as a local company to try and make sure it survives and thrives. And I'm quite confident it will. The team here are putting so much effort in, and they deserve a lot of praise. And as a local company, we'll do as much as we can to make sure that they get what they wish.
Fantastic. So just to wrap up then, if anybody out there rides motorcycles, whether it be within sport or on the road, Bullet Jeans by Covec, safety equipment and the safety clothing to keep them all safe.
Yeah, no, that's a great way to finish. And certainly, if you're on the island, you can go to Dave Death Motorcycles locally. They're one of our stockists. And if you end up anywhere else in the world, there's one close by you.
Excellent. Thank you very, very much, Keith. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.
So we move on then to heat number 9, the second half of tonight's proceedings. Riding in red, Lee Smart for the Warriors. His partner in blue, Mark Baseby. In white, the unbeaten James Shames. And Danno Verge, the rider in gate number 4 on the outside in the yellow helmet. Remember the home side wear the red and blue helmet colours. The visitors wear white and yellow. You get 3 for a win, 2 for a second, 1 for a third. That's the way Speedway is run. Nice and simple. So here we go then for heat number 9. Starting marshal calling them into line under the floodlights here on the island on this Thursday evening. So here we go then. And away they go in a super start there for Smart as he goes in front. Shane's in second place. Third place it is Verge coming through on the inside. In the blue helmet it is Baseby. So it's the Warriors on a 4-2 here with Lee Smart in front, but Shanes is right off his exhaust pipe. He's trying the outside run out. What a pass there from Shanes. He just blasted him away. Super stuff. Shanes in front. Smart in second place. Baseby in third place. At the back, it is Danno Verge, but James Shanes is on fire. What a ride. Around this fast, pacey raceway. He's used to the grass track. He's used to racing all over the world. And this young man is on fire here tonight. Still Smart in second place. Baseby there in third place. So it will be a shared heat should it stay like this. But of course it does mean the visitors will maintain that 6-point advantage. You go round the bottom turn. Shane's leading the way. Second place goes to Smart. Third place goes to Baseby. It is 3 points to the Isle of Wight and 3 points to Kent. That means it's now 24 points to the home side and 30 to the visitors. So 71.2 the winning time there for James Shanes. Spectacular style, but he just powered round the outside of Lee Smart as if his chains had come off. Unbelievable pass on turn number 4. It's the Kent fans who are applauding him, and the Isle of Wight ones, in fairness to them, are as well. That was a super ride.
James's winning time was 71.2. 71.2. Second in red, Lee Smart.
So we move on then to heat number 10, and it's Liam Carr riding in red. Kelsey Dugard, such a super win for him last time out. He's in blue. Danny Ayers is in white, and Luke Clifton is in yellow and black. Clifton taking the rider replacement ride. So there's confirmation. Ayers will this time start on the outside gate. Kelsey Dugard at the inside gate. It's going to be an interesting one. Dugard looked very, very good last time out. Won by the proverbial mile. But Danny Ayers will push him, that is for sure. We're getting ready to get this 10th race, the 10th of 15 underway. So here we go. Green light is on. And away they go. And how about this here? It's the rider in red who's made a tremendous start there. And Dugard has gone with him, and Ayers has gone round the lot of them there. What a ride from Danny Ayers. That was superb. So Ayers in front. Second place at the moment. It is Carr. Dugard has found himself at the back here because Clifton has gone through in a third place. So what looked like a possible 5-1 to the home side is now turning into a 4-2 to the visitors. Danny Ayers leading the way. Still in second place, Liam Carr, the guest rider, rides for the Stoke Potters. Third place at the moment, it is Clifton. He done well there. And Dugard, who was such an influential winner last time out, is at the back. Is using all his track experience. Such a popular character at Central Park. The fans absolutely adore him. Rides at Glasgow on a Sunday in the Premier League. He rides at Kent on a Monday in the National League. That is dedication. But he won't mind. He'll enjoy that one. 3 more points on the board. Second place goes to Carr. Third place there goes to Clifton. It's 2 points to the Warriors. It's 4 points to the Kings. They extend their lead to 8 points. It is the Isle of Wight 26. It is Kent now on 34. 70.7 the winning time there for Danny Ayers. Well, interesting it is indeed, isn't it? Super Speedway though. Really good to see Speedway back here on the Isle of Wight. Just outside Ryde. Worth a visit any time. One of the most spectacular raceways in the country. The home of some of the top stars of World Speedway. This is where they all played their trade, including world champion Chris Holder. So we move move on then to heat number 11, and riding in red it is James Cockle, his partner in blue at bat Saul. In the white helmet there, unbeaten so far, Luke Bowen, and his partner in yellow and black is Luke Clifton. And we're waiting for Clifton to come to the line. He was in the last race. 2 minutes are ticking away. Riders turn around, go and clear their goggles. Well done, well to get this one on. There's rain all around the country, particularly in the south of England, but none here on the Isle of Wight. So we're going to have a change in yellow. Luke Clifton excluded under the 2 minutes. I don't think Kent will worry too much about that because they brought in Jack Thomas. So Thomas comes in for a change here in the gate 3 position in the yellow and black helmet. So the revised lineup, it's James Cockle, Matt Saul, Luke Clifton and Jack Thomas. That's how they line up then for heat number 11. So here we go then, the starting marshal gives the signal, the green light's on. And away they go, and a charge for the first turn, and it's a super start there for Cockle. Cockle it is who goes in front. Bowen trying to get through into second place there. Let's go down the back straight. Bowen does go into second place, moving Matt Saul back out into third. Believe me, he's there in the dust. Round the first and second turn. Cockle leading away. Bowen still chasing hard in second place. Saul going out wide there. Thomas trying to find a way through on the inside. Visibility very, very difficult for these riders in the dust here. But it is Cockle in front. Still Bowen chasing hard in second place, but he is getting closer. He's come round this first and second turn. Look at the scrap though for third place as Thomas tries to find a way round the outside. But it is Bowen chasing after James Cockle. As they come off that bottom turn, Bowen looking for a gap up on the inside. Cockle under all sorts of pressure here. As they come round the first and second turn, Bowen goes out wide. He will try the switch back up the inside. And well, we've lost off. And just as I say we've done it, Bowen flies through. Bowen goes through to take over the lead. On the last bend of the last lap, Luke Bowen powers through. Cockle takes second place. Third place there goes to Matt Saul. It was Jack Thomas who retired from the race. There was some spectacular action. And it's a 3-3 in heat number 11, but still the visitors lead by 8 points, 29 to 37 in favour of the Kent Kings. But Luke Bowen remains unbeaten, but he had to work very, very hard to get the 3 points that time. Super win for the 747. 3 wins out of 3.
3 points apiece, and our visitors.
Well, some visitors on the circuit.
To 29. Winning time once again, 73.4. Just to tell you about the National League this year, the National
Wait for the riders to come to the line for heat number 12, getting to the business end of the meeting. The Warriors with plenty of work to do if they are to salvage anything out of this one. Because the lineup here shows Lee Smart in the red helmet. It is Tyler Govier in blue. Danny Ayers rides in the white helmet. And Danno Verge is the rider in yellow. Verge, so far, a paid win first time out. Hasn't scored since Danny Ayers was beaten first time out. He hasn't been beaten by a home rider since. Lee Smart, he's on 5 points there. And Tyler Govier just 1 point to his name so far. So here we go then, the riders coming to the line for this, the 12th of 15 races. The Isle of Wight, I should say, aren't to get anything out of it. They've got to start doing it soon. Here we go. And away they go, and the charge for the first turn, and it is Ayers who powers away. Ayers goes in front, Smart in second place there. Govier there in third place. It is Verge at the back, but Danny Ayers has built up a sizable lead already and he's pulling away. One lap completed. As it is in front, it stays like this. The riders in of shared heat positions. The Kent Kings will maintain that 8-point advantage. So there is Danny Ayers leading the way. Still in second place it is Lee Smart, but he's not going to challenge the superstar from Kent. Third place it is Govier, and he's coming under pressure from Danno Verge, but they go round the bottom turn there. Ayers leading the way, looking very, very fast. He's on the last lap. The dust is flying, making visibility difficult, but not if you're out in front. Round the bottom turn, heading for the checkered flag, and it's going to be another win for Kent and Danny Ayers. There he goes over the line for 3. 2 points go to Smart, 1 point goes to Govier in third place there. It's 3 points to the Warriors, 3 points to the Kent Kings, 12 heats on the board, 32 points to the Isle of Wight, and 42 Kent. 72 to the winning time for Danny Ayers, but he was a long way in front. Once again, the time's not really that important. Race wins are what is important, and at the moment it is Kent providing the majority of them. Look at that there. No less than 10 of the opening 12 heats won by a visitor. It's going to be a tough one to call here if the Warriors are to get anything out of it.
Danny Ayers. His winning time 72.2. 72.2. Second in red.
So we are joined here by Alan Critcher, who sponsors Heat 13 for the Warriors home matches. Alan, good to see you over here on the island. This is the first meeting that you've seen of the Warriors.
Practice, but it's the first meeting, proper race meeting I've come over for, yeah.
Brilliant. And we've just been chatting just before and found out that 2004 you were the mechanic for R.I.P.
Yep.
And you've spent many years over here.
Yeah, we had 2 years here with R.I.P. and then went to Peterborough in the Elite League, and that was the year Peterborough won the Elite League. In the last 3 or 4 heats, they just pipped Reading by a point. R.I.P. went up country, so I came back to the Isle of Wight in 07 and stayed for another 3 years.
Fantastic.
Mechanic.
Fantastic. Now also, you live near Kent, in Kent.
Yes.
And Kent happened to be the opponents today, and I also know that you're the machine examiner over in Kent for their home matches.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So slight divide of loyalties, or not really? You're a Warrior through and through.
Yeah, Warrior through and through, but obviously Kent is only 20 minutes from home, and I go there regularly, so it's and I know all the lads from Kent, so it's it was a bit difficult tonight.
Yeah. Well, it's great to see you over on the island, and we'll see more of you as well. So like I said, Alan Critcher, sponsor of Heat 13 for all the home White Warriors matches.
So here we go then, we move on to heat number 13, and it is Liam Carr riding in red. James Cockle is partner in blue, the unbeaten Luke Bowen in white, and also unbeaten by a home rider in yellow. It is James Shames. They don't come any tougher than this, but you've got to beat them to win matches. And in Luke Bowen and James Shames here, the Islanders, the Isle of Wight, let's get it right one more time here. The Isle of Wight really going to have their work cut out. So we look across the line then on the inside there. That is Liam Carr, guest rider for the unfortunate Benji Compton, who picked up an injury. There in red. Cockle there on gate number 3. Bowen has been terrific value for money, as has James Shames. Bowen in white, Shames in yellow. And away they go. The charge for the first turn, and it is Bowen who's gone away. Bowen it is in front, but it's the 2 Warriors in the minor positions for it was, because Shames has gone through in the third place. He's looking for a gap up on the inside, but Bowen it is leading away. Cockle in second place there. Third place at the moment is Shames at the back. In the red helmet, it is Liam Carr. And once again, Ken in a heat advantage position. Bowen in front, where he likes to be. He'll be enjoying this one. Never been one of his favourite raceways, but he will say that after tonight. He's leading the way. Shane's putting pressure on Cockle for second place. Cockle has a quick look over his shoulder. He knows he's got the Pitside missile right up his exhaust pipe. Go round the bottom turn, and Shane's tries the outside run, and he's done him absolute corker of a pass. Shane's goes through into second place. Kent on a 5-1. They are going to win the match. The dust is flying here on the island, and so are the Kent Kings. Luke Bowen it is in front. Still in second place, Shane's. There he goes over the line. That is a big 5-1 to the visitors. It guarantees victory. And, well, the Isle of Wight will surely live to fight another day, but they're not going to win this one. There it is, 33-45. The scores in favour of the visitors, 71-9 the winning time. Mixed feelings there for Alan Critcher, of course, who comes from Kent. He's a machine examiner at Kent, but he's a big fan of the Isle of Wight. Has been for a long, long time. But for Luke Bowen and James Shanes and the Kent fans, it's another victory on the road to add to the one at Mildenhall, to add to the one at Rye House, to add to the one at Eastbourne. They finished rock bottom in the National League last year. But my word, what a start to the season for them this year. So the penultimate heat, heat number 14, riding in red, it is Mark Baseby. His partner in blue, Matt Saul. For the visitors taking the rider replacement in white. No let up here. It is Danny Ayers. And his partner in yellow and black is Jack Thomas. But Thomas has already scored 8. Ayers has already scored 9. Baseby's just got 5. And Matt Saul has got just 2. So, here we go. Starting Marshall getting ready for heat number 14. And away they go, and it's a super start from Baseby from the outside. Baseby, the man from Maidstone, in front. Second place, Danny Ayres. Third place at the moment, it is Jack Thomas. At the back, it is Matt Saul, but it is Baseby leading the way here. It's gone through the dust down the home straight once again. Ayres putting Baseby under pressure, has come round his first and second turn. Ayres going right out in the dirt. Baseby moves out and closes the door on him. Go down that back straight, and Ayres has gone past him, super pass. And Baseby comes back on the inside. Ayres goes back on the outside. Ayres back into second place. Baseby leading the way. Blocks that door once again, and now Ayres will attack on the inside, and through he goes. Oh, and Baseby's gone down into the air fence in a heap there. Now, was the contact? The red lights have come on. The race has been stopped by the referee, Dave Robinson. And what will his decision be? Let's have a look as they go in there. There goes Ayres through on the inside, and well, it's difficult to see if there was any contact. But the referees put the red light on, and Mark Baseby's been excluded. Now look at it from this angle in the dust, very difficult to see, and it just looks like Baseby overcooked it. A correct call there by the referee, and the race has been awarded as a win for Danny Ayres, second place to Jack Thomas, and third place to Matt Saul, so there won't be a rerun. It's awarded as a 5-1 to Kent. Baseby's got the long walk back. Danny Ayres goes and checks he's okay. But the race awarded 1 to the Warriors, 5 to the Kings, 34-50. Well, certainly the Isle of Wight don't deserve to be on this sort of scoreline, but full credit to Kent. So the final heat here of the evening between the Isle of Wight and Kent in this national trophy. It is riding in red, Liam Carr. Carr's partner in blue is Mark Baseby. Riding in white, Danny Ayres. And in yellow, the unbeaten Luke Bowen. So James Shane's not coming out in this one. He's finished the night on a paid maximum. But for Luke Bowen, 4 wins out of 4. He's going for a full house. Danny Ayres is partner with him. Kent really are going to rub in the salts here unless Liam Carr and Mark Baseby can do something pretty spectacular. So here we go for the final time tonight. Away they go. Oh, what a start from Bowen. Absolutely jet-propelled. Bowen, and Ayers goes in front, and Ayers has gone with him. We've lost Baseby on the first turn. He's getting back to his feet here. He's going to get the bike off the circuit, or is he? It looks like he will. Out in front there. It is Kent giving him the old 1-2. Bowen in front, Ayers in second place. Third place, it is Liam Carr. Around the bottom turn there is Bowen. He's going to go through the card unbeaten, looking for a big 15-pointer. Second place there in the white helmet, Danny Ayers, only beaten first time out by a home rider. It is Liam Carr in third place, but it is the night for the island to celebrate the return of Team Speedway here on the island. But for Kent Kings, it is time to celebrate another outstanding victory. They go round the bottom turn. Bowen is going to go through the card unbeaten. He's ridden exceptionally well all night. There he goes over the line. Danny Ayers follows him home. It's a third successive 5-1 to finish off proceedings here for the visitors. And they win this match here by 35 points to 55. Wow, 72.3 was the winning time. There's the scorers for the Warriors, and the top scorer with just 7 points. There are the visitors, and look at that there. Luke Bowen 15, Danny Ayers paid 16, James Shanes paid 11. So celebration donuts on the centre here for Ayers, who's ridden extremely well here, as have Kent. But it is Kent who have taken the spoils. It's fantastic to see Speedway here back on the island. But for their team manager Neil Vatcher, perhaps a little bit of head scratching to do. I don't think they'll be too despondent with it. The riders coming round on a celebration lap of honour, with Kent winning by 35 to 55. Let's run through the individual match scores. We start with the Wight Warriors. Number 1, Liam Carr scored 6 and 1 bonus from 5 starts. Kelsey Dugard 6 points from 4, including a super win third time out. Lee Smart, he scored 7 points. He was a winner first time out, but had that fall in his second ride. Mark Baseby, 5 and 2 bonus from his 5 starts. James Cockle, the skipper, scored 6 from 4. Matt Saul scored 3 and a bonus from his 4 rides, and Tyler Govier scored 2 and 2 bonus from his 4, total of 35. 7 bonus points there for the home side. For the victorious Kent Kings, Luke Bowen, 5 rides, 5 wins, a superb 15-point maximum. Luke Clifton, number 2, he scored 3 and 1 bonus from his 4 starts. Danny Ayers had 6 outings, 14 and 2 bonus out of a possible 18. Rider replacement, of course, for the injured David Mason at number 4. James Shane's probably the most spectacular rider on show. He scored 11 and a bonus, paid maximum from 4 starts. Danno Verge down at number 6. Scored 2 and a bonus first time out, failed to score from his next 4 outings, 2 and a bonus his total. And Jack Thomas at number 7. What a find he appears to be. 10 and 1 bonus from 6 starts. A very, very good match-winning performance. So there it is. 55 points to the Kent Kings, 35 to the Wight Warriors. That's how it ends up in this Travel Plus Tours National Trophy encounter.
We're now joined by Wight Warriors team manager Neil Vatcher after the match here this evening against Kent. Neil, didn't quite go the way we wanted. What was it like in the pits tonight for you?
Yeah, it's obviously a very tough night. You know, Kent have come here previously unbeaten, you know, full of confidence and sort of caught us cold, really. I think like we probably haven't had enough races, to be fair. A lot of our boys either didn't ride last year or were out injured. And, you know, I think it's proven tonight that we probably need a lot more track time to, you know, ride against the better teams in this league.
Yeah, I mean, obviously last week's meeting was halted at Heat 3 due to rain, so a lot of our boys didn't get track time last week as well. So they kind of was a bit on the back foot, if you like, from the start, where the Kent have got quite a few matches ahead of them and have been doing really well.
Yeah, you know, a couple of those boys riding in sort of more than one league as well, and you know, confidence is a big part of this sport, and if you're full of confidence, then that, you know, probably gains you an extra 2 or 3 points. So it's all credit to Kent, you know, did a great job, and young Jack Thomas, who I know very well from the British youth scene, you know, also did a great job on his first visit here. So it's all credit to them, but we've obviously got a lesson to learn tonight, and it's obviously important that we come back in 2 weeks' time a lot stronger against, you know, what will be a tough match against Stoke.
Very much so. How do you find that the boys are gelling now? Obviously, we've only had the two and a bit matches now. How are they gelling in the pits? You know, from your side of things, are they helping each other on the trap walks? Are they sharing information amongst each other? Is there a good team spirit amongst the lads?
Yeah, there sort of is, but it's tough when you are losing, yeah, because you're sort of chasing the game all the time. But I'm sure we'll get a couple of wins under our belts and the spirit will, you know, get lifted up. But in fairness, I think the sort of two young boys, Tyler and Kelsey's doing a real good job for us. You know, like it's sort of it's easy to forget that Kelsey's, you know, coming to this team on the back of spending the whole of last year riding at reserve, and you know, he's riding at the real tough number of number 2 and, you know, beating some quality riders. So yeah, there's definitely some positives to take from the start of the season, but I think the key point is we need, you know, more meetings and a lot more track time.
Yeah, just going back to the fact that you actually were involved behind the scenes before the season started, before it was announced that you'd be team manager, if you like. You were involved helping Barry and Martin as a sort of confidant, if you like, to help them build the team and talk about different riders and so on. I know from my point of view and the fans' point of view, that when your name was mentioned as a team manager, when we broke that it was almost like the greatest signing, if you like, that we've done, because you got so much experience going back in the years, mechanicking for Craig Boyce and then going straight on to do the Bournemouth Buccaneers and then Lakeside and the GP on. It just carries on and on and on, and the Warriors are really, really grateful to have your experience here around them and to pull them together.
Yeah, that's nice words, and I do obviously appreciate it very much, but you know, to be honest, like it's all about the 7 guys on track, really. Like, there's only so much that I can do in the pits, but you know, like, we believe that we have got a good team here, and you know, if the fans can just sort of bear with us, and I'm sure that we will come good, you know, and we just got to stick with them. And as I, you know, sort of keep repeating myself, we just need a bit more time on track. I think the biggest problem is that, you know, Cockle was missing most of last season through injury. You know, Smarty missed the whole year. This is Matt Saul's first ever year in Speedway. Benji missed most of last year as well, and yeah, we're almost like a brand new team trying to compete against, you know, riders that are riding in more than one league. So it's going to be a sort of tough start for us, but I'm sure as the season progresses, we will come good.
So just to finish off then this evening, Neil, obviously we've gone down this evening to Kent, but we get to go back to their place, and hopefully we get to have a few matches in between that, and then we can show them what to do on their track.
Well, unfortunately, I think that's our next match, which isn't until a week Monday now, because King's Lynn's being cancelled next week. So it obviously won't be easy, but like, we'll go there, you know, full of confidence and, you know, give it our best shot, and then we return here the following Thursday against Stoke. So we'll be looking forward to that one.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time, Neil.